Oh my friends, I'm in vacation mode, but I still have a couple shifts to work before vacation. I'm already in vacation mode, my friends. I'll see you guys in 1 minute 17. What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, March 5th, and I am going to be hanging out with you guys for about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, as the title suggests of this stream, as the thumbnail suggests of this stream, we're going on a cruise, me, my wife, and my daughter, in about a week. And I'm in vacation mode, man. I still have 2 shifts to work until a couple days of vacation. We're going for like a week. We're going to be gone. I cannot wait. We got a couple ports to hit. My daughter's never been on a cruise. They got water slides. They got a pool. They got an arcade. All the ice cream and bullshit you can eat. And we are ready, man. It's going to be nice. Well, I say it's going to be nice and relaxing. My kid is super active. I don't know how much relaxing that we're going to do. But it will be fun regardless. I'm going to probably end up going down the water slide with her like 1,000 times in the next week. I'm looking forward to it. But welcome, guys. Grant Guthrie, good to see you, man. It's been a while indeed. You haven't missed much. I haven't been very active. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I have some videos actually planned that I've been typing up at work. And I'm trying to get back into the swing of things when it comes to streaming. I've been doing bedtime a lot, and with my daughter, and my wife has been relaxing and exercising, and she has to have her time too. And normally I do my live streams when she does bedtime, but I've been doing bedtime duty quite a bit over the past few months, so I haven't been streaming that much. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, doing some daytime streams, maybe doing some late night streams. But yeah. Anyway, welcome, guys. Vince, Spencer, Christian, Stuart, Grant, Cyberman, E-Tibbs. Welcome one. I still haven't messed around in Helldivers. I have a couple buddies that are playing it, and these buddies I've been playing games with since I was like 14 years old. It's the same group of guys that I grew up with, and they play a lot more games than I do, and they bounce around from game to game a lot. My fear, whenever I start playing a game with them, like I'll buy a game, they'll be into it, and they'll be over it within a week, and then I'll be like, dude, I only played it with you one time. I spent $40 on this game. You know what I mean? My fear is that Helldivers is going to be like that, you know, just the flavor of the week for them, and I'm going to spend $40 on a game that I'm never going to touch again. Does it get repetitive? It seems like the type of game that would get super repetitive, especially because there's no PvP or anything like that. But yeah. Grant Guthrie, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. I'm just going to say cruise fund. I appreciate the cruise fund there, Grant. Guess who's back? It's me. Which cruise line did you pick? I used to work for Princess. So we just chose Carnival just because it was, we had a good deal on it. I've never been on a Carnival cruise. I've only been on a Royal Caribbean cruise and a Navy cruise. So yeah, we just decided to go with Carnival. We had a really good like half off deal that my wife's been sitting on for a while, and we figured it was time. My daughter's old, our daughter's old enough to go on one now where we don't have to constantly like, worry or whatnot. She can keep up with us and stuff. Let me skip this song. So. Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't really know much about cruise lines and stuff like that. The last cruise that I went on was in 2014 for me and my wife's honeymoon. And it was on Royal Caribbean. Had a really good time. That's the only cruise I've ever been on. But I'm really looking forward to it, man. We're debating about getting the drink package. It would be, I mean, it's all public knowledge, of course. It's like $800 something for the both of us. The way it is, you can't just get it for one person in your room. If one person gets it in your room, everybody has to get it in your room. And which I understand from their point of view. But like, we're going to be running around with a 5-year-old. It would be nice to not worry about like, because all the tip and gratuity and stuff like that is included if you buy the drink package. It would be nice to just be able to walk up to any of the bars and be like, yeah, I'll have a mojito, and not worry about it. Just scan your card instead of having to worry about how much money you're spending on, every time you buy a drink, what the tip is going to be, all that kind of stuff. It would probably be worth it, even if we don't hit our limit, just to pay for not having the hassle, So that's something we're still debating about. We'll probably end up doing it, but yeah. So jelly about the water park. Yeah, it'll be a good time. What's up, Seth? How was it working on a cruise line, Grant? I'm always curious. Like, what? Oh, one sec.
Cartoon? I love Johnny Quest. Space Ghost and the Centurions were awesome too. PS video had me dying. Had never heard of that. Have a cervezas cristal on me.
Have a cervezas cristal on me. I appreciate that, Vince. Vince, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Vince says, favorite childhood cartoon? I love Johnny Quest. Space Ghost and the Centurions were awesome too. PS video had me dying. Had never heard of that. Have a cerveza crystal on me. Enjoy the trip, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's funny. When I was making that, Vince, your name popped up in my head. Because I thought, you're not active on Twitter anymore and stuff like that. Not that I know of, at least. And I was like, in my head, honest to God, I thought Vince has probably never heard of this. This is probably going to be new to him. And anybody that's not active on Twitter is probably going to be new to them as well. And yeah, I think it popped up yesterday. And I was like, I saw it last night and I was like, that is hilarious. I love it. Is it a little sleazy form of advertising? Maybe. Is it fun? Yeah. Is it funny? Yes, it's hilarious. It's the kind of stupid shit that I would make a video like that. You know what I mean? Inside Star Wars Beer Edition. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I would love to get those cuts, those full television cuts, and see all of the advertisements, because I'm sure I have not, Oh, one sec.
100 hours in, absolutely not repetitive. A brilliant mix of fun that the homies and I can't get enough of. Caught with old rock with you any day if you're up for it. Drink package is expensive. I wouldn't.
Grant, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. But yeah, Vince, My favorite childhood cartoon. It's funny you mention Space Ghost. I have a vivid memory of being... It had to have been elementary school. I had a TV in my room. And a vivid memory of watching Cartoon Network late at night and Space Ghost. And for whatever reason, that's just a memory that sticks into my head. I grew up watching Space Ghost. But the cartoons that I really enjoyed, I loved like Hey Arnold, Doug, Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, All Real Monsters. You know, those Nickelodeon cartoons that I'm sure every kid of my generation watched. So yeah, those that I just listed were probably my favorites. I really enjoyed a lot of like Legends of the Hidden Temple and Hey Dude and Wild and Crazy Kids and Global Guts and all that stuff. I never really got I never really got into like Batman animated stuff. My cartoon watching was really reserved for all those Nickelodeon like Rugrats and Doug and all those cartoons, you know. And of course, yeah, like I grew up watching Looney Tunes as well. Big time. It's funny, like I'll show my daughter those and she has zero interest. Which obviously is fine, right? She's gonna like what she likes, but like it's just really interesting to me what a 5-year-old nowadays is watching. It's more mature, I feel like, than what we have. Well, I don't know about that. She watches a lot of cartoons that deal with subject matters in a really clever way that I feel like the cartoons that I watched as a kid never touched on, you know. But yeah. Anyway, Vince, I appreciate that, man. I will absolutely have I'm sure they won't have that Chilean beer on my cruise or in port, but if I see it, I certainly will. Appreciate that, man. And Grant, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well, man. As someone who's put 100 hours in, absolutely not repetitive, a brilliant mix of fun that the homies and I can't get enough of. Caught without drop with you any day. If you're up for it, drink package is expensive. I wouldn't. That's good to hear. You know, the way it looked to me, I've watched a few gameplay videos. It kind of reminded me of that Starship Troopers game that I bought like I don't know, like 5 months ago or so. And it worried that it would get repetitive. I worried that it would get repetitive to me, especially because I'm one for PvP. I love PvP and there's no PvP in it, but 100 hours is a hell of a long time. There are very few games that I've put 100 hours into. Very few. And most of them are like multiplayer shooters. So to have a multiplayer PvE game that you say does not feel repetitive. I mean, my interest is definitely peaked. I'll probably end up getting it, but my biggest fear is like I'll buy it and then they'll be over it in a week. I'm one that if I buy a game, I like to stick with it for a long time. These guys are on Discord every Wednesday and Friday at a specific time, and I feel like they play a different goddamn game every time they're on. They're like, hey, get Enshrouded. Okay, I'll buy Enshrouded. Boom, $30 gone. And we haven't touched it in a month. I'm like, damn it, man. But yeah, if I get it, I'll let you know, Grant. If you're up for it, I'd drop with you any day. Yeah, if I get it, I'll let you know. Maybe we can all team up. I don't know how it works, but I'll say this. I'll probably end up getting it. But yeah, we're still debating about the drink package. You know, it's it would be like $800 for both me and my wife. And we like to drink. And it would just be nice to not have to go up to the bar and worry about paying like $15 every time for a cocktail and then tip, you know. I feel like we'll go through, I feel like we'll make our money's worth. So I don't know, even just for the convenience of just not having to cash out and worry about all that and tip and all that stuff, I just feel like it would be less of a hassle, you know. My wife was like, you know, we're gonna have a drink in our hand all day. So at first I was kind of against it, but then she was like, she didn't convince me or anything, but she laid out a good point. Like, we like to drink, we like to have cocktails, we want to try a bunch of different cocktails we've never tried before. It would just be easy and less hassle. So I'm kind of on board now. Kind of on board, but yeah. Grant says, didn't work on the ship. I sold them over the phone in an office. Childhood cartoon, either Samurai Jack or Roughneck, Starship Troopers Chronicles, that or the Hot Wheels movie, Highway 35, and Acceleracers. The only one I've ever heard of. They made a Starship Troopers cartoon? I've heard of Samurai Jack. I don't know what it is, though. Starship, I gotta look this up, Grant. Starship Troopers cartoon. First episode, 1999. Wow, okay, so I would have been 13 years old. I'm surprised I hadn't heard of this before. Interesting. Up to 4 player per lobby, you drop together to fight bugs or bots. My buddy and I, if we didn't have a full lobby, will join randoms with the heavy weapons to back them up. Feels exhilarating. All right. Huh. You know me, I'm going to keep an eye on the Steam sale. I'm sure it won't go on sale for a long time, but I don't, it's very rare. It drives my wife crazy. It's very rare that I like spend money on myself. And if I do, I'm like, it takes me for, like, if I want a t-shirt or something like that, dude, it will take me a month or more to, like, in my head, justify spending $25-30 on a band t-shirt that I want. You know what I mean? And my wife is like, if you want to just get it. And in my head, I'm like, but we got other stuff we want to do. And then I'm just like, hey, should I buy this shirt? She's like, yeah, just get it. And then 2 weeks go by. Should I buy the shirt? It's just the same. I'm sure it drives my wife crazy. Just get the goddamn shirt. But I appreciate that, Grant. Thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon, and a little Helldivers information. I'm sure I'll end up getting it. Anybody getting the Battlefront Classic thing? Honestly, man, I'm still kind of debating. I don't know how much time I'll be able to put into it, you know? I mean, it would be fun to stream a couple times, but, you know, I don't stream very often, and I don't stream games very often, but I know I would have a good time. There's my I don't like spending money on myself brain. I'll buy it and it'll be lost and done. Oh, nice, Vince. Vince says, still no Twitter presence, but I did make an Instagram to show off my pizzas. I can draw. Yes, please. I would love to follow your pizzas, man. I got my Instagram pulled up right now, and I'll follow you. I don't know if you follow me or not. IG. Okay, let's see. Nice. Dude. You make these pizzas? These look amazing. Please start a pizza making YouTube channel. I would love to follow along. Hell yeah, man. All right, you got a new follower. Everybody go follow Vince. His Instagram is in the chat. It's IGMOPIE. Nah, they look good to me, man. They look really good. That crust looks nice. Man, that looks good. I was out of town down in Orlando. My cousin
Starship
was...
Troopers
Oh, one sec.
is based off the book, not movie. So you get the skinnies, aliens, and power armor. Less satire. Still great fun. Intro has president quotes for some reason. I'll throw the game at you if I have to.
Nice. Grant, give me one sec, man. Yeah, I was out of town down in Orlando with my family, and because my cousin's son was playing some college baseball. He's in a college baseball tournament. We went down there, and dude, I ate like such an asshole. Oh my god. Biscuits and gravy, and then chicken wings and chicken tenders, and just bullshit after bullshit. And I felt so bad. I don't like eating like that. And now I'm going on a cruise, and I'm going to eat like that for a week. I told my wife, just let me go to the gym for 2 days while we're gone. Just 2 days. 2 days. That's all I need to feel a little better about myself after all the bullshit I'm going to eat and drink this upcoming week. But yeah. Grant says... Oh, first of all, Grant, thank you so much for the super chat. Ridiculously generous this afternoon, man. Grant says, where did it go? Let me scroll up here. Grant says, Starship Troopers cartoon is based off the book, not movie. So you get the skinnies, aliens, and power armor, less satire. Still great fun. Intro has president quotes for some reason. I'll throw the game at you if I have to. That is something that I've actually heard. I've never read the book. I love the movie. But I've heard that about the book, Grant, that it's very different from the movie. It's not, there's really no satire. It's more cut and dry. Which has actually been a little bit of a reason that I've never had much of a desire to read the book, because I do love the movie so much and the satire, that it presents. I just don't know. I don't know if the book is something that I would really get into. But let me look it up real quick, Grant. Let's see. Starship Troopers book. Let's see. Starship Troopers on Amazon. Kindle. Is it available on the Kindle? Yeah. Okay. Hugo Award winner for Best Novel. Johnny Rico. Never really intended to join up, and definitely not the infantry, but now that he's in the thick of it, trying to get through combat training harder than anything you could ever imagine, he knows everything in his unit is one... Wait. Oh, he knows everyone in his unit is one bad move away from buying the farm in the interstellar war the Terran Federation is waging against the Arachnids. Because everyone in the mobile infantry fights, and if the training doesn't kill you, the bugs are more than ready to finish the job. Classic! If you want a great military adventure, this one is for you. See, the book doesn't really sound all that interesting to me, man. It just doesn't, for whatever reason. But, yeah. Maybe I'll get it. I'm going to bring my Kindle on the cruise. Not that I'm going to be able to read anything. But maybe I'll read a few. I'm reading Rendezvous with Rama right now. And it's been kind of hard for me to... I mean, I really enjoy it, but it's kind of been hard for me to find the time to sit down and read it. But... I'll send you a copy of Helldarders myself instead, spreading democracy as far and wide as possible. No, don't worry about that, man. I'll pick it up after the cruise, I'm sure. But I appreciate the sentiment and offer. I'm gonna wait until after the cruise because I'm kind of anticipating like coming back from the cruise and them already be done with the game, you know? Again, like, I only play multiplayer games. Most of the time, the only time I ever, like, get a new game is when my buddies are like, hey, check this out, we're playing this. But yeah, we'll see. Evans Media, Seth, and E-Tibbs, I appreciate that. And Grant, once again, guys, thank you so much for the generous super chats this afternoon. Evan says, did you get a chance to watch 4K 80? It looks great. Not yet. Did I download that? I feel like I did. I'll have to check. I'm pretty sure I downloaded it after you mentioned it. But no, I have not had a chance to sit down and watch it. And if I did download it, I didn't drag it to my media server to play on my TV, which I need to do. But yeah, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. What was that, last stream? I definitely need to get on the ball and give it a watch. I'm pretty sure I did download that. Let me look real quick. Star Wars. I'm looking through my downloads folder. Photos, videos, Star Wars Galaxies. Maybe I didn't download it. I'll have to do that after the stream for sure. But I appreciate that, Evans. Cheers, man. It's like 4K 77 and 4K 83, Vince. 4K 80 is The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Seth, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support. Seth says, just another tip for the vacation. Keep doing what you're doing. Cheers, man. I appreciate that. That's going to go to that I didn't anticipate. I guess I should have making this stream title and thumbnail. I did not anticipate all the generosity this afternoon, so I appreciate the hell out of that, Seth. I'm going to take plenty of pictures. I wish I could bring my helmet. Maybe I'll take some pictures hiding my face with a big mug of beer or a nice refreshing mojito. Maybe I'll do that. So everybody listening to my stupid voice right now, go follow me on Instagram. It's at official_Hello Greedo, if you already aren't. And, yeah, I guess follow me on my cruise chronicle with my daughter and my wife. It'll be fun. But cheers, Seth. I appreciate that, man. And E-Tibbs, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Fun Star Wars story. My sons caught a little bit of Revenge of the Sith recently. And it got to the part where Anakin decapitates Dooku, which I totally forgot about. Yeah, I don't know how old are your sons, Tibbs? I'm kind of my daughter's 5. She's a month away from turning 6, and I don't know like when I should. I kind of want to wait another year or two to show her like A New Hope and stuff like that. But The Phantom Menace is coming out in May, back in theaters. And my plan is to take her to the theater to see that. It's the most child-friendly of the bunch, I feel. Oh, they are 4 and 2. Not a proud mom moment for me. Haha. Yeah. What is that man doing to that man? Where's that man's head? yeah, I can see it's but as Star Wars fans, it's kind of funny, like, like probably when my daughter was 2 as well, 2 or 4, I was like, yeah, let's show her Star Wars. And my wife was probably like, what? She's too young, you know? But as Star Wars fans, especially for me, like, I don't have a memory before Star Wars was in my life. I'm sure I saw them when I was 4, maybe younger than that, you know? And I don't look at them as movies that would be weird or off-putting or too violent or whatnot for kids, just because of that fact. So, like, you know, while I wouldn't show her something violent, a part of me is like, but it's okay to show her, you know, Obi-Wan chopping off an alien's arm in a bar, right? I don't know. It's a weird, like, thing that I differentiate in my brain. I don't know why. But it's all right. Now they know, and you've scarred them for life. But anyway, I appreciate that, Tibbs. Your kids are all right. They're all right. Anyway, I thank you so much for that channel support. Grant Guthrie, thank you so much once again. Grant says, Starship Troopers was the medium that made power armor and mech suits popular in science fiction. They weren't really a thing before. The book, the author had some opinions on things. It's a trip. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know the history of the book whatsoever. At all. Came out in 87. Wait, no, that must be a reprint. Winter 1960. Starship Troopers, the book came out in 1960? Really? Starship Troopers book. 59. Grant, I had no idea that it was released that long ago. Interesting. Yeah, the mech armor and stuff like that. That I'm sure that wasn't much of a thing back in the 50s and 60s. That's really interesting. I mean, maybe I'll pick it up. I'm sure I'm a Kindle reader. It's like $10 on the Kindle. Maybe I could pick it up super cheap on paperback. I'm sure I could find a copy for like $2 on eBay. But I appreciate that, Grant. The book, the author had some opinions on things. All right, that's all right. Whatever we write, you know, our opinions, our worldviews are going to seep into it. It's only natural. And whether the audience agrees or disagrees, it's not your job to I guess, censor yourself and your thoughts and your worldview, I suppose, right? For good or bad. There is no good or bad with that. I mean, it's all subjective. I don't know what the author's views on things are, but it'll be an interesting read. Yeah, I just know there's a reason the movie went for satire. I'm glad it did, because that's one of the most memorable parts of the movie, all the satire in the movie, you know. But anyway, I appreciate that, Grant. Cheers, man. Seth Tempest, thank you for coming in with the final super chat and channel support before I have to hop off here. Seth says, what's the first Lego set you remember getting? Ooh, okay. So as a kid, Seth, I loved, like, medieval Legos. I still have them. I loved the Knights in Shining Armor Lego sets. One of the first, and I don't even know what they're called. Let's see. 90s medieval Lego. Yeah, all these, like the castles. 1990 Lego Castle. Yeah, all these like horse and wagons and Dungeon Hunters, Knight Stronghold. I'm looking at a list of medieval Legos that came out in the 90s. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is among the first things here. Yeah, this is like exactly it. This was Let me see. Do you remember these vintage Lego sets? This is the exact one that I remember. Why isn't it pulling up? Yeah, here we go. Lego Castle. It had like a big green foundation that looked kind of like rocks and grass. And then you built a castle on top of it. That's really the first Lego set that I ever remember like legitimately putting together. So yeah, I loved those Knights in Shining Armor, the medieval Lego sets, like the Wolf Pack, I think they were called, with like a wolf shield, and then the other team or army had like dragons on their shield, and yeah, those were definitely the ones that I remember playing with the most as a kid and building. But yeah, I appreciate that, Seth. All right, guys, I got to get going. I have to pick up my daughter from school in a few minutes. Yeah, this was fun, man. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, keeping me entertained while I'm in vacation mode. I'll probably be doing a straight. What is today? Tuesday. I'll probably do a stream Thursday and Friday, and I work Saturday, and then maybe I'll do a stream Sunday as well. So maybe Thursday, Friday, and Sunday I'll do a stream before we get on board. So, but that's it for me, man. I appreciate everybody hanging out, keeping me entertained. I'll stream Thursday and Friday, and probably Sunday as well. If you guys want to shoot the shit before I'm gone for a week, it'd be cool. But all right, everybody. Thanks to everybody who super chatted. Grant, it was good to see you, man. Thanks for the support. Everybody go follow Vince on Instagram. His Instagram handle is IGMOPIE. So IGMOPIE. Look at some delicious pizzas that he's making. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, man. Be safe out there. I will see you guys soon. All right, later.